Hi, we're the Bottle Busters, created by Renato
and Jamal,
and we're here to inform all the people on Earth where your bottles came from
and where they went after. Our purpose is to persuade you to drink tap water instead of bottled water.
We will go down the materials economy, starting with extraction.
The extraction of oil is responsible for the deforestation, degradation, and destruction of lands across the globe. The oil extraction process results in releasing toxic drilling into local rivers and sometimes even spillage. When oil workers search and obtain oil, they destroy the ecosystem in their way. When burned oil emits a variety of emissions including ash, sulfur, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide that gets released into the atmosphere and gets mixed with water vapor that's turned into the acid rain. It also creates global warming. Animals that live in the cold, north and south poles are affected by the oil we extract. Oil affects animals in the cold by being burned and release CO2, which causes global warming. We should stop extracting oil. 1 bottle equals 3 bottles of H2O and 1/4 of a bottle of oil mixed together. The whole world used 97 million barrels of oil altogether. 1 kilogram of PET, which is the most common bottle ingredient, equals 3 kilograms of CO2. The United States carbon footprint is 7 billion metric tons of CO2. That means everybody in U.S. is linked to at least 20 metric tons of carbon emissions annually. Also, 1 PET bottle or 1 polyethylene terephthalate bottle equals 3 kilograms of carbon. Water bottles are our main culprit. Fiji Water, one of the most popular bottled water producers, create more than 1 million bottles a day, but more than a half of all the people in Fiji don't have any reliable water. Transporting bottled water takes a lot of resources. For example, if you live in New York, you buy Fiji water. That means it's transported in a large quantity of water, 8,000 miles from Fiji to New York. When companies transfer water bottles, they use oil and gas that creates a lot of CO2 and pollution that gets released into the air. From Fiji to San Francisco, they have to use 720 grams of water, 81 grams of fossil fuels, 153 grams of greenhouse gas. Go!
All water bottle companies deliver their water bottles straight to stores instead of donating some to the poor, thirsty people. The bottle companies are very greedy, so they keep distributing more and more. Globally, 155 liters were consumed in 1 year. In 2005, 30 billion bottles were consumed. In 1976, the average American drank 1.6 gallons of bottled water. Last year, the average American drank 28.3 gallons of bottled water. Globally, 155 liters were consumed in 1 year. In 2005, 30 billion bottles were consumed. In 1976, the average American drank 1.6 gallons of bottled water. Last year, the average American drank 28.3 gallons of bottled water. Poor versus rich. The rich are able to get the clean, safe water for taste, but the poor can only afford the unsafe municipal water. The poor want the prices low enough for them to buy the clean water. If that happened, that would be externalizing the cost even more. Every year, 30 billion bottles are thrown away. That's enough to circle the earth 150 times. Out of all the bottles consumed, only 4/5 of bottles are disposed of. In 1 second, 840 bottles are disposed. Ocean animals die by eating plastic waste because they mistake it for food. They either die by plastic poisoning or die by a blockage of their digestive systems. Both are very painful. Overwaste creates problems in landfills. Some bottles contain BPA and can still harm humans and animals in landfills, or sometimes the oceans when you're swimming. Bottles are well known to stay in landfills and oceans for hundreds of years. The reason that environmentalists and animals are against bottle producers is because people don't care about the environment, so they just throw away their bottles. Well, the consequences are that the world's population might shrink, animals might go extinct, and the whole world might be full of trash because of people littering. To be safe, drink tap water. Tap water uses no resources at all and is very safe. You can even ask the cat. But if you're still going to drink bottled water, you should check on the bottoms of your bottles. The number in a triangle is what type of bottle it is. 2, 4, and 5 are safe. 1 is 2, but you shouldn't refill it. If you want to help the environment, you should drink tap water to reduce the waste. If you really want to help the environment, learn about Pseudomonas and how it reduces 25% of the world's waste. But if you really want to help create biodegradable bottles so that there's no trash at all and people can still enjoy their water.